Hello. So I had to change computers and do a little bit of stuff, and so that's why everything looks a little bit different. It was because I was in a hurry. And so, anyways, we are starting SmackDown off with a bang, it looks like. They're going to show us, I think Solo is wrestling LA Knight tonight, if you guys were unaware. But, anyways, that's where we're at. I think we're live. I was going to get on and make sure. I don't see anybody in the chat. So, I better do that. Oh. Some crazy's going on. Deranged. Lunaticule. Anyway. Yeah, right now, I have no idea who that is. I don't have my earpiece in. Sorry, I can't hear. Don't know if this is an indie wrestler or what we got. All right. Hopefully everybody's having a good week because it's over. Well, I guess you don't want to have a good weekend. Yeah, I don't know if this is an indie wrestler or what. The legend, his personal friend. Randall Orton. Hoo-ah. All right, well, Delitha will be here in probably 5 minutes, I would assume. She did say she was going to stop and get some food, but she is not in the house right now. But, anyways. Sorry, I'm trying to get the chat to pop up on here, but I have no idea where it's at. So, your videos, maybe? No, that's definitely not it. Maybe it's this one. Could be, but there is a commercial, so I have to go through the commercials. All right. Yeah, they're talking about tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's going to be a good one. We will be here on time tomorrow night. Obviously, there's an hour pre-show, so there'll be plenty of time to get on here. Who is Randy with? Does anybody know? Hopefully you guys are still around when Delitha gets here. I am going to go through it. I got a hi there, and then from Chris says, hey guys, and then I can't see what that name is. Will? Anyways, I'll just say Will. Says hi, and then hi Travis, I'm here. It's good to see you in here because I am by myself, and when there's nobody in here, it's terrible because I got to just talk to the air. So make sure you guys stay in here. And then when Delitha gets here, it's a little bit funner because she can read why I watch and tell you what's going on. But anyways, Randy's saying, what's up, Miami? A dark cloud over the WWE about right now, Chris says. Why is it a dark cloud? Tell me. Because I agree. But anyways, and then Rebecca says, hey, WWE friend. And it is good to see you. Scrape on my knee. I have no idea how I got it. Anyways, and then Chris says, what's the deal with these Latin artists coming up with WWE songs like Bad Bunny with Booker T? I have no idea. I don't know who that guy was. Was he a Latin artist? And yes, we all know that the Bloodlines had one hell of a run. But make sure you guys comment our talk or whatever. Oh, it looks like there are people. I just don't have it on live chat. So let me go to all messages. Hey, that's funny. You could actually change it like to where I can only see the ones that donate money. That's pretty bullshit. Like, oh, I'm too big. I can't read anybody's comment unless they pay me. That's actually pretty funny. And then Quentin says, hey, 2 things about just happened today. Mr. McMahon and Kevin Patrick got released. Interesting. And then, well, no Gunther versus Brock. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, but... And then Robert says, hey, wrestling buddies. And it is good to see you guys in here and chatting because I am by myself for a minute. She'll be here in a bit, but glad Kevin Patrick is gone. No hire the boy Joseph Cronin. Who's that? Tell me who that is. I was thinking they should bring back the dude that they used to do that worked for Showtime, Mario Ranello or whatever. I really like that dude. They could just kind of almost put him by himself, and he would do very well. Anyways, here comes AJ Styles after Randy talks for a few minutes. Getting ready for that main event tomorrow night. I would assume it's going to be a main event since it has Roman. So who's Vince McMahon trafficking? You know, and is it really trafficking? Like we're talking like real trafficking where you're taking people and selling them? Because that would be crazy shit. I was just like, I saw that yesterday, I think, that he got accused. Him and Brock Lesnar, maybe, got accused of trafficking. Anyways, AJ looks like he's looking for Randy. Randy's looking for Roman. And LA will probably be looking for AJ, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense. Randy, Letha is in the house, so hopefully she can get her butt in here. Get that butt in here. Because they need to go potty. He's a YouTube personality that is really funny and is unfiltered. He's kind of unfiltered like D on her rant. Put her on there. Mario Ranallo, that's him. He also was in the WWE and he did SmackDown 205 Live. Yes, he's absolutely my favorite. Yeah. Little treat. Yeah, Rebecca, I hear you. What happened to January? Because it is almost tomorrow. Like, so you'll sleep tonight, and when you wake up, it will be the road to WrestleMania season. So you got one more sleep before the road to WrestleMania. Looking pretty fun. LA Knight. Yeah. That is so funny because LA is going after AJ. Nobody talking about Roman except for Randy. the enforcer of the bloodline. Yeah. Yeah. Because he's coming at you, bruh. All right. So Chris says apparently Vince had an affair with a girl named Janelle Grant, and apparently Vince passed her around to John Laurinaitis and former UFC heavyweight champion, aka Brock Lesnar, but it wasn't his name. And crazy part is, I'm not making this up. Vince has toys he named after WWE superstars he used on her in the documents. Do you want a little Rey Mysterio? That's funny shit. Oh God, AJ! Pele kick! Ratings down. How's that trafficking? Is that what trafficking is? Is like swingers or traffickers? That's creepy. No, I know what you meant. Like when you said that. That's what I'm saying. Like a little dildo or something. You're like, you want the Rey Mysterio or do you want the Andre the Giant? This one's Big John Studd. Too much. You haven't read any of this stuff. It sounds like I've been gone for social media for a minute. I might need to get on there. Oh, Vince, with his latest sexual stuff that's happening.
Oh, he's got sexual stuff happening again?
Yeah, he's being investigated for trafficking. Somebody's after him. Oh, Zelina Vega. Looking like a dime. I mean, I think we should all stand up and just cheer for Zelina Vega tonight. Can't go wrong with that. She makes these weird matches like this worth watching. Carlito, he needs an apple. Because he spits in the face of people that aren't cool. But he doesn't spit anymore. Old Roddy Piper, huh? I got a Roddy Piper doll. A little different than the one that Vince was using. Oh, so she was like down. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I don't know what she looks like, but a lot of those girls are just chasing the glory anyways. So it makes sense that they would, they chase bands and they sleep with every member of the band. I think the Eagles called it what is that called? Encore, the fifth encore, because they would do 4 encores, and then they called the one in their dressing room the fifth encore, and they would just have like these big sex parties with all the girls they got out of the audience. I'm sure you got some wrestling fans out there. Well, like that girl that would show her, like, not that she was there more than once, but that girl that one time showed her tits to Triple H. I'm sure she would have had sex with him because of the wrestling. Groupies. The old wrestling groupies. And it's not like Vince is poor. He's got all sorts of money. And all those guys make good money. Vince is just signing their checks. Looking like Paige. She didn't get her $1 million, so she's pissed. She's like, if you're not going to pay me, I'm going public. That's pretty funny, Chris. Was it that recent? I was just reading your comment about Sasha and Naomi walk it out. Maybe they overheard it. It seems like that would be weird if is it that recent, or is this something that happened in like the mid 2000s or in the 90s? Well, Brock was champion in the like 08. It's just Daddy. Don't save money. It's bad for you. Bum, bum, bum. I'm a bum. Why do you think it's taking you so long to get in here? Here comes Santos with Angel and Alberto. The LWO versus whatever their name is. Yeah, the LWO versus the Phantasma. Zelina should just sit on the top rope like that all the time. Yeah, she was sitting across the top rope like a Greek goddess. The ropes weren't, no. She wasn't sitting on them like you would sit in a chair. She was kind of like laid back, like if you were in therapy. And she had her butt on the turnbuckle and her arms on one set of ropes and then her feet on the other set. So she's kitty corner. The Ultimate Warrior shake. It's not a porno, Vince. Old Dalitha trying to get sexual harassment charges. You have to pay me $1 million. And if you don't tell, or if you don't pay me the other $1 million, then I'm going to tell on you. Because that's how you do it in this day and age. All right, well, Santos is in there with Colito. Obviously, they're doing this because it's a big deal, but they didn't want to put it on the pay-per-view. Yeah, they're punching each other, and well, I don't know about being cool. Carlito's quite a bit bigger. He's the bigger man, and a good big man beats a good small man. Nothing fancy. I was looking up the Royal Rumble tomorrow, and it says it's going to be 5 hours. Which one of those hours is a pre-show, but still, it's like. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you got to get 30 people out there. Each person's 5 minutes or whatever it is. So, it takes a minute. Is it 5? It can't be 5 minutes, can it? 5 minutes? In between wrestlers? It is 5 minutes, though, isn't it? It's got to be lower than 5. Fuck, 4 people would take. Yeah. It would take fucking like 3 hours to have the match. Maybe it's 2. Maybe it is 90 seconds or something. I don't remember.
They're like, well, the reason why it's so long.
We want 5 minutes in between each wrestler.
Each wrestler that comes out. If they come out. Maybe they get beat up for that. Well, I made it just in time for the commercial.
Yeah. You only missed 25 minutes. There's probably more people in here, in and out. There's probably nobody in here now, but earlier because there was people, but nobody was talking. I was trying to get them to, but when I'm reading it, it's not happening. They're like,
well, did you say where'd you end off at?
I don't know. I might have read it all. I don't know.
The last one was Chris saying Linda looks out of it.
I don't have that one. Last one I have is it was in 2021 when she got hired.
So his next one is, damn, Zelina looks out of it. You can tell she is disgusted with this, so maybe she is taking pills to take her mind off this. Probably lots of the women not feeling safe. For what?
You'd have to read the whole thing that went backwards. I don't feel safe after your comments in the other room. The rope vibrating. Run, Selena, run! Hey, Ravi. See? I knew he would show up right when you were here. That's funny. I'm surprised, what's her name's not here either. Sophie?
So?
I'm sure she's, like, looked in a couple times when you were here. Then she'll show up.
Well, hopefully other people are in here. Walter's not in here? I wonder if he went to that movie he said he was going to go to for last week. Now he's at that movie.
Hey, look.
Picola's in the chat. Hey, Picola says, I'm hopped on, just chilling. Well, it's good to see you, friend.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully you're doing okay.
I was going to text you earlier and tell you to come on and give me some, what is that stuff called? Trivia stuff, because I knew I'd be doing quite a bit of this tonight by myself.
Her clock on that one's all wrong. Maybe that's why nobody knows. Maybe they're like,
no idea. I can try to see where it's at.
Anyways, Picola says, I'm hopped on just chilling. Oh, yeah, I should be around for RR. Cool. That's good. He's going to try and make something fun. Yes, fun. Like it. Ravi says, what up, Nizzles? You know, stuff.
Did you lose it?
No, I was just looking back at what Chris was saying about the
Vince stuff.
Allegations.
You can go reread them. A lot of those people are new. They're talking about Carlos Colon. I'm pretty sure he's the guy that, like, he didn't kill him, but he had a lot to do with the murder of Brody, whatever his name was. Bruiser Brody.
Murder?
Don't ask for your money, just leave. Hogan was talking about it in an interview. He's like, I'm out. Screw that. So he left. And like less than a week later, homeboy gets stabbed to death in the bathroom.
Yeah. Wasn't that done in Mexico or something?
No. Puerto Rico.
Oh.
I've heard many a story that like people were scared to testify, and then I've heard other stories that people didn't even get the invite to testify until after it was over.
And Robbie says, D can't lie, I fell asleep through AEW. No way! How did that happen? Bugle says, I've been watching all the news stuff, and yeah, it's a big bomb, all right. And you know, it's like all the psych majors came out of the woodworks, geez. Yeah, I don't believe it. I think it's all fake.
I mean, it could be real, but it doesn't. I don't see how it has anything to do with anything if she was on board. Although, why do you pay somebody if, I mean, trying to keep them shut up?
I have no idea.
Wasn't Brock married in 2021?
He said somebody like Brock, but not Brock.
Oh, well, they said UFC. Former UFC heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Into the rope.
A former UFC heavyweight champ, aka Brock Lesnar, but it wasn't his name. So if it wasn't his name, then why would it be him? I mean, if you're gonna release crap.
Nuggets
yeah, really? I've done it all the time. I'm gross. I'm a disgusting person.
I know what it would taste like, but there's barbecue sauces in the world.
I'm not that big of a barbecue sauce person. Robbie says, but I could hear Ayla ridiculing me in the chat as she always does. I don't even know if she was here. Pico says, well, Corny put his 2 cents in, and it's like there's tons of employees. It's true.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. I haven't heard anything about it. I've been kind of doing other stuff over the last week, and so I need to get back into the news part of it. Loser World Order. They used to be actually pretty good, but now they're terrible. Now it's like a waste. They need to just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, quit trying to bring up old shit.
They're like, well, it'll still be relevant if we put Carlito in it, because Rey Mysterio's broken. But it didn't work.
Oh, shit. Hey, she's there. I said it last night when we were watching her.
Oh.
It's about damn time. They're putting her back with Santos. That's who she was with in NXT. But she has got into spectacular shape. She didn't look like that back then.
Interesting. All right, I guess. Ravi says, so any title changes happening on Saturday?
I don't know how many title matches there are. There's 2, right? So, yeah, I think Kevin Owens could beat Logan. I don't know why he wouldn't, unless there's something off.
You don't want to keep Logan as champion for a minute?
I mean, it makes more sense for Logan to be the heel at WrestleMania, for sure, but...
Robert Warney says, how's it going? Hey, Robert, how are you doing? Did you have a good week? Got any plans for the weekend? Robbie says, any title changes on Saturday? We answered that. You asked it twice. Sorry I didn't catch it the first time right away. Piccolo says Carlito was the first jacked veteran before Randy and AJ returned. And Piccolo says, I did watch old JC on Logan's pod today.
Do we know what they're going to do, since I've heard that Raw will not re-up their contract at the end of October, or at the beginning of October? What they're going to do October, November, December?
Oh, yeah? They're just not going to have any shows?
I mean, obviously they have months and months to deal with that. And there's other networks that'll say, I'll give you a 3-month deal. You're going to bring 2 million people to my network? Okay. You know, they brought that guy in because of this Vince stuff. They probably could hear it.
This dumbass?
Yeah. Because it brings the stock way up. And then the stuff comes out about Vince, and they're like, well, nobody gives a shit because the money's so big. A $5 billion deal with Netflix, and then The Rock on the board. AJ Styles.
AJ really needs
Look
to
at
not
his
use
face.
that face. Looks like something stinks under his nose. Robert says, I'm great. I was off today. Wow. That's awesome. I like having days off too. Ian, Evan? Ian? I don't know. Fuck. Exactly. I don't know how to say your name, so fuck. Robbie says, D, I saw your boy Cena. He was on a UK TV chat show wearing a plaid suit. Don't know what he was promoting. He was probably promoting himself to all of the UK, saying how fantastic he is. Don't worry, though. He's just lying. Kind of like The Rock. Just lies. Chris says now might cancel Netflix in wake of this Vince accusations.
Not happening.
Yeah, you think they'll go that far, Chris? You think that they'll be like, no. And there was like some clause in the Netflix thing saying if anything bad comes out publicity-wise, we're reneging on that contract.
No, that's not happening. It's a $5 billion deal. That means they wanted it. Nobody else was going to pay that much. But I'm okay with it if they want to back out. I'd be 100% on board. Brother. Because of the ass whooping.
Piccolo says, cool, the gals get a cover on 24.
They do, don't they?
You have the deluxe version of it.
Yeah, they don't get the special or the standard. They get the deluxe.
That's what I want to tell people. Don't touch my things, bro. That's my Tuesday chalice. Opposed to the Wednesday one. Piccolo says Amazon Prime has another quirky Cena comedy, and Zac Efron is on it too.
Oh,
interesting.
Wow.
We'll have to look it up.
Is it out? Like, has it been released?
Is it playing right now, Piccolo? I don't go on Amazon Prime to look at a lot of stuff playing, so I don't know. That's why I'm asking such a stupid question. Robbie's like, you streaming in 360p. I was wondering why it was blurry.
Oh, trust me, it's.
Oh no, that's how I normally look. Don't worry.
She's like a ghost.
I just look blurry all the time. It's fine.
So we're really in 360? I didn't think it was that low. Dear Lord. I have to check it. So the computer just can't do it. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe the processor or something. It just cannot keep up with the streaming. And this is what the default was. It's like, do you want to set it up under what it can do? And I'm like, yep. Because I don't want it to buffer.
Right.
And it's like, here you go. Have fun. I'm like, what the
Yeah, we need to get our other computer fixed or something. I don't know why it does what it does. Anyways, Pico is going to send a link for the trailer. Cool.
Nice. Yeah, it's an i7.
Yeah. I don't know why.
And it's got a solid state drive.
Why that one does what it does. And I don't understand why that one down there is doing what it does.
I have no idea. I thought about trying that one that I built from your old work. A little bit newer stuff in the back.
Mm-hmm. Worth a try, y'all.
Yeah, because that monitor only plugs in with either DisplayPort or that blue, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
What's in it? What's in it? What's in the box?
Killer bread?
Bread. This is Boston. You ever put fruit on bread before?
No.
That was weird.
I've never done that. It's weird to me. It's weird that people make toast and then put cottage cheese on it.
I could see that.
Chris says, so now breaking news, Vince out of board of directors for TKO.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's a smart thing to do.
Well,
like I said, I bet you that's why they brought The Rock in.
bye WWE. We've already gone downhill. Now you can go even more downhill. Bye-bye, garbage.
Well, he can't last forever.
I mean, he can't. But the fact that they are all so against him and against what he built and everything, like, without him, they wouldn't have this crowd. Without him, you wouldn't have WWE. So all these people are like, oh, good, Vince is gone. And all this shit. You're stupid. You're fucking dumb. Because the only way that you have this shit to watch is because of that man. If he wasn't around, WWE wouldn't even fucking exist.
So here's The Rock's daughter.
I think she should dress more professional, you stupid whore. Do you have any tips?
Yeah, I can see that she's
Oh my
not
god,
pretty.
is there enough peace out there?
Fine. Oh, look. They're drawing numbers again, like in the old days.
What?
Oh, they never tell you what it is.
Oh, Piccolo, no. No, the Rockstarter isn't on the main roster. That dumb bitch is supposedly the NXT general manager.
Youngest ever.
Yeah. I mean, nobody who works for him, you know, gets anything. Fuck off.
Get your number, boy. Why wouldn't they roll it again?
I don't know.
And why are their numbers so big?
Why are the balls so big?
They're ginormous.
They're like, it's like bingo balls, people.
You know how they rigged the lottery?
Hmm.
For the sports, like the NFL and stuff? Well,
How?
there isn't one in the NFL, but for basketball, is they put the ball in like the freezer, and then they spin it, and then you put your hand in there, and you can just feel it. You pull it out.
That's why they had to go to the ones where it just sucks it up like a vacuum.
Well, the NBA doesn't do that.
Oh.
But yeah, that's how they, like a real lottery does that.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Everbless is in the chat. All excited about Vince being out. Chris says, these people ever heard of innocent till proven guilty, not defending McMahon, but we're watching his product for years. None of this without McMahon. Yeah. Fucking exactly. Like, you fucking hypocritical little fucks.
Yeah, Vince is the most
Hypocrites.
important thing in wrestling.
Fuck off. You guys sit there and slobber all over these wrestling stars. How did they become that? I wonder. WWE wouldn't even fucking be here if Vince McMahon hadn't have done it. So You can hate him all you want, but you're a fucking hypocrite. Fucking hypocrite. You goddamn watch it every single fucking Friday, every Monday, the pay-per-views. You don't stop. You threaten, but you never stop. Hypocrites. All of you. Bullshit crap. Anyways, Chris is like, Rock's daughter out there. Rebecca Chatless in the chat again says, good food. Yeah, it's all right. Picola says, so update me. Oh, I read that one. Told you what the update was. Chris says, she was dressed like a streetwalker on NXT. I wasn't complaining. I wouldn't complain if she was actually being a wrestler, but as she is in a more professional position as a general manager, I expect her to dress accordingly. Quote unquote, Sonya Deville when she was general manager. Have some pride in yourself. Have some fucking pride in yourself.
Yeah.
People is like, oh, that's wild. And people says they've got big balls and we have big balls. Got the biggest balls of them all. And Chris says, wow, it was a tweet from Nick Khan. A tweet from Nick Khan.
Yeah. There's always news like this. Oh, it's the Kabuki Warriors time. They going to be new champions tonight? Oh, he's got a owie on his head.
That's an owie? What do you mean an owie? Like on his head? Oh, yeah. Oh, scab.
Come on, give it to these guys. It's time for new champions. The Standard.
Chris is like, hi, looking delicious. Okay, let me stop, man. I mean, to each their own. Rebecca says, good food, question mark? Yeah, it's all right. It's okay, Rebecca. The food is okay. It's just food.
It looks like Vince McMahon has resigned from his role.
Like he did the last time. When the allegations came out the last time about this shit. He did the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Yeah,
are fucking idiots.
but this time he doesn't own it. But it doesn't really matter anyway.
It doesn't.
Old concussions.
Chris says Stephanie was the first to go even before these accusations, so maybe she knew. Shane probably doesn't have nothing to do with it. But Triple probably knew if F him, then so be. Then so he and whole crew should be fired. Well, I'm going to tell you this much. If Vince McMahon was doing that shit, I'll give you that every single one of those fuckers were doing the same fucking shit. Triple H was doing it. The Rock was doing it. Every single fucking one of them were doing that shit. They just didn't have the money of millions of dollars in these allegations that supposedly happened to quote unquote supposedly pay somebody off. But you know they fucking all did it. I mean, my God, they had shit about them coming out on airplanes back in Ric Flair's day of, accosting a lady on the airplane. I mean, for fuck's sake. You're going to tell me that every single one of those wrestlers have never done... I'm going to say probably 87% of them have fucking done something, man or woman wrestler, I don't give a shit what sex you are at this point, who has sexually offended somebody somewhere in the business. Fuck them all. They're all of them guilty. Fucking guilty of it. There might be some that aren't. Like I said, there's a small percentage that maybe aren't, but definitely. So don't sit there and try to like, oh, well, good, Vince. And it's like, you know what? I think all of them should be investigated. Every single fucking one of them should be. And I hope to God some shit comes out about the rest of them and then you all go, oh, and grab your goddamn fucking garters because, oh, God forbid, your favorite wrestler, oh no! Jesus.
Get it? R-Truth's going to be in the Rumble. They're taking away some surprises. We get one. Yeah.
I love Truth. That man. I love that guy.
Dear Lord. Does that mean I'm not out of quarantine?
Does that mean I'm out of quarantine?
Thank you, Adam Pierce. Above all,
they suck, and it's dumb.
well, I don't know why they're on the TV, but things are different now.
Sophie says, hi, why are you guys very late? We weren't. Travis has been here the whole time. Robbie says, so what's the storyline with the Oriental tag team? Well, it's the Kabuki Warriors. They
Former
were a
tag
tag
team champion.
before, a few years ago, and were tag team champions for a long time.
If Asuka wins this tonight, she's going to be a 4-time women's champion, tag team champion.
Yeah. Chris says maybe that's why that Kevin Dunn scumbag left before he got caught. Robbie's like, Sophie, you're late. And Chris says, and not Kevin Patrick, going to make WWE look bad and try to expose Vince hypocritical fuck. He'll probably go to AEW. Sophie says, with Raw moving to Netflix, I wonder if other people could still watch Netflix stuff while you watch Raw. No.
Yeah, of course.
How could... Not at the same time, you can't. If you're watching fucking one thing on Netflix,
Well,
you can't go watch another one.
She worded it
at the same time.
Is that how she worded that?
With Raw moving to Netflix, I wonder if other people could still watch Netflix stuff while you watch Raw.
Right. Yeah. On your account? Like in the other room?
You could still watch Netflix stuff while you watch Raw. And no, you can't, Sophie, unless you have multiple devices.
Right, yeah, if you only have it logged into one device.
If you only have one fucking device that you're able to put on there, no, nobody else can watch anything else on Netflix while you're watching Raw.
Yeah, but nobody else can watch anything if you're watching something. If you only have one device. So it doesn't matter what you're watching.
If you only have one device sign in, nobody else can watch anything while you're watching it on your device. Ravi says, what did they actually do?
The Kabuki Warriors, or? that we're talking about?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
You mean to earn the opportunity? Just to come back.
The ones that are the champions didn't earn an opportunity either. But
Yeah,
they gave it to them.
The
what
champions
difference does it make?
shouldn't even be champions in NXT, let alone on the main roster. I have no idea how this happened.
The whole women's division is garbage, and they've just made the championships even more shit fuck. I don't even know why it even matters. The championships at all on SmackDown mean absolutely nothing. Even the men's one doesn't mean anything at this point. You haven't seen Roman for I don't know how many fucking days or weeks or months. He doesn't do anything
doesn't wrestle
to
either.
Wrestle anybody. He doesn't do anything to defend his title in any fucking way except for once in a blue moon, maybe at a pay-per-view.
Right, and then Logan hasn't defended his. He is tomorrow, though, but so is Roman. And then...
Why? Because they forced it on him? They forced it on him?
On who? Roman? Or on Logan?
On Roman.
Yeah, they're just doing that fatal 4-way.
Yeah, because they forced it on him. Oh, the poor guy.
It's a road to WrestleMania after we wake up tomorrow. Like for Robbie, it is the road to WrestleMania. But it'll happen more when he falls asleep and wakes up. So we basically have one more sleep before the road to WrestleMania.
So if it says, I don't think Triple H knew that much about what Vince did or allegedly did, and I kind of don't believe that story. Well, I don't believe the story of the allegations against Vince because, hello, proof, motherfuckers. Where's all the receipts for it? And I'm pretty sure that Triple H, along with every single fucker behind the scenes, knew exactly what the fuck goes on there. They just all lie. It's called lying. And Chris says, yep, plus Vince and Brock have dirt on each other. Rebecca says, preach it. Chris says, Taker is close to Vince, but I don't think Taker did anything in WWE at least. How do you know? How do you fucking know?
You hope that he didn't, right? Like, because of his legacy. I mean, it makes sense.
Don't we all? We hope that the other ones didn't do anything, but I bet you they all fucking did. It's just, how many of those dumb bitches are going to come forward and say something? And then it's all allegations. Allegations. Look up the fucking definition of allegations, people. Allegations don't mean truth.
It means allegation. The definition of allegation is guilty on Twitter.
That's exactly what it means in social media fucking dumbass world. They did this shit the last time, too, with the allegations against Vince. He did the exact same thing. He resigned. Same fucking shit.
I think it... Oh, no, it's not. But I'm pretty sure this happened then, too. I think this was part of the allegations then. The same one. The same woman.
Or it's something else that came up.
Janelle Grant is her name.
I don't think that was her during that first one either.
No, it was undisclosed. It was a woman that was in wrestling in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And so we kind of have an idea of who it was.
Yeah.
Christy Hemme. But a lot of people don't want to throw the name out there.
Throw it out there. Fucking bitch, you're going to make allegations and shit's going to come out. Your name should be out there in public.
If it's her, it's alleged that it could be her.
Exactly. It's all alleged. Sophie's like, WWE will announce what they are going to do with Raw the last 3 months of the year. Sophie says, do you think they will put Raw on Peacock for 3 months to get fans used to watching it on a streaming service?
They could. They do have a network there, so they can do whatever they want.
Robbie says, oh, that's it, D. After a rant, have a burp. Well, you know. Better out than in. Sophie says, I'm surprised that they didn't mention Ava is the Rock's daughter. Oh, they mention it plenty, Sophie. They blibber it all over the place and drool it all over the fact. It's fucking disgusting.
Is she going to join the bloodline?
Stupid bitch. Ooh, I'm a GM. Ooh, because my daddy's on the board. Fuck off. Sophie says, Kevin Patrick got fired.
Is he the announcer?
He was the announcer guy.
Okay. Fired.
But why?
It's just Triple H doesn't like him.
I mean, why did he get fired?
I don't know. All I do know is that they'll end up replacing him with somebody. Probably, what's her name? Edge's wife or something.
Chris said it earlier. Kevin Patrick gonna make WWE look bad and try to expose Vince hypocritical fuck. Well, I mean that's what I want to know. Like, why did he get fired? Is it because he just couldn't do his job? Chris says, damn, Kairi Sane looks out of it as well, just like Zelina. These girls probably popping pills tonight to cope. Sophie says Brock's name isn't mentioned in the entire Vince thing. Oh, really, Sophie? Pickle is like, this match already started like a train wreck. Yeah. Chris says his name isn't involved, but it says former UFC heavyweight champ. That's fucking Brock Lesnar. Ravi says, that's so selfish to watch 3 hours of Raw and stop people from watching what they want on Netflix. Chris says Slim Jim pulls sponsorship from WWE. Oh. Sophie said the same thing. Back
Snap
out of
into
sponsoring.
it. Oh! Got the legs up.
And Chris says all these texts between Vince and this girl are very graphic. Maybe an assistant wrote for Vince.
Maybe.
That's the other thing, too. Like, Sophie says, we don't know if that story is true, and why do it on Rumble Week where we got 2 good major WWE stories. Chris says, plus in the text, it seems that she was willing as long as she for the money. Aren't they all? Just a glorified fucking prostitute. Sophie says, do you think that's why Stephanie resigned, because she knew what was coming with her father? No.
Possibly, but it's hard to say.
I doubt it.
That's their finisher.
Sophie says, do you think that's why... Oh, I read that. Ravi says, D, if one feels so strongly about something that's bad, should one be supporting it by watching it? I don't have a choice.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect anything in the world.
According to all these people, Vince doesn't do anything anyways. Vince didn't even make this. Vince didn't even do WWE. He didn't do any of that. He didn't make The Rock. He didn't make Triple H as a wrestler. He didn't make all these fuckheads you guys like to stick your faces up their buttholes for. He didn't make any of them, by the way. Vince didn't do any of that. Not at all. Like, if WWE wasn't there, they would have still been who they are. Fuck off. Fuck off. There's no goddamn way. They wouldn't have made a goddamn name for themselves to help anything. You wouldn't know who those fuckers were to save your life.
Alabama Slamma. That'll hurt your back.
Hope so.
Uh-oh, Asuka's done. Get her in that Asuka lock. Thrust kick.
So it says WWE Network is going to be shut down at the end of 24 internationally. Ravi says, oh, haha, that's hilarious when you said my daddy is on the board. Fuck off. Sophie says the WWE has a hard time finding a play-by-play commentator over the years. The WWE Peacock deal in 26.
Thank you,
Fuck
WWE.
yeah! Good job. Give it to the Kabuki Warriors. At least fucking people know who the fuck they are. Good job.
Making good decisions. 2 of them tonight. Santos, and they brought back Elektra Lopez with Santos. Not back, but brought her up to be with. And then hopefully they're getting rid of this riffraff here. But we got great new tag team champions. Maybe it'll bring some relevancy back to the tag team division.
Maybe. I was like, nah, these wrestlers don't pop pills. They are not allowed. I didn't say anything like that. That's Chris. Chris is the one saying they're all doing drugs. So he says Kevin Patrick got fired because he wasn't a good play-by-play commentator. So that's why they got fired. So instead of teaching him and training him in some way, they're like, fuck it. No, you're untrainable. Get out.
I look at it the same as the guy that they always have there. The guy that's talking now. I can't think of his name. Michael Cole.
He doesn't do play-by-play.
I don't like him. I never did. Like, I remember when he first started taking over and was doing it, I'm like, why is he still there? And he's still fucking there. It's been 20 plus years now.
It's true. And he doesn't really do play-by-play.
Well, he's not good at his job. Yeah, he's stuck around. Maybe he has some dirt.
Maybe. Chris says, champs. Ravi says, Travis, when you do ever picture streaming, could you increase the picture size? You look a little far away.
Yeah, I just did it so I could put the chat on the screen. I could do that right now. I can blow us up to where we're right on the camera. But the problem is that the quality is so low. It's like 360p.
Yeah, you would just see a big blurry, which is all you see anyways. Blur. Sophie says, like I said on Wednesday, it will be interesting how many WWE fans they probably have lost with this Netflix news. And Piccolo says, nice win. Chris says, yeah, now they want to make good decisions. Sophie says, that was a very quick reign. And Ravi says, it doesn't make sense to give it to the KB Warriors.
From Boston.
You know what, Ravi? I don't really care if it makes sense at this point. This whole thing never makes sense anyways. So I don't know what difference does it make now that all of a sudden you want it to make sense. This fucking shit doesn't make sense at all. You guys complain about it not making sense all the fucking time. For 4 years I've heard it. Yeah, that don't make sense. Why would they do that? That don't make no sense. There's no storyline here. Why did they do that? Oh, Seth.
Right.
Robbie says, D, of course they pop pills. How do they cope with the shit show of WWE? And Pico says, let's get a recap. I'm sure I can't see on YouTube what was said in past vids. You can't. Nobody can. So he says Michael Cole only missed, 3 shows in his 20-plus year career?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's consistent, but has Kevin Patrick missed shows?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying if that's what you're going by.
I don't think he has. Unless they had him not there or something. But since he started being a commentator, I don't think he's really missed any shows.
Just bring back Mario. The whole crew is softer now. Everybody's a lot tamer.
Yeah, they're all good. Their Phil bats hurt really bad all the time.
He can come out and he'll be safe. He can wear a pin on his jacket or whatever they do.
I mean, a safe space.
But he is fantastic at his job.
Yeah, that's all he has to do is say what's happening.
We get that face-off now with the Street Business and I can't remember what's that other team's name.
Which ones?
Tyranny or what? I can't remember what it's called. It's Scarlett Bardot's group.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Bobby!
Pico says, LOL, the stream is 16-bit. Well, you know. Chris says, I think Gunther wins Rumble. Plus, they took out Brock Lesnar from the Rumble, so no Lesnar versus Gunther. What do you mean they took him out? I didn't think he was even in it.
I don't know where that comes from.
How could they take somebody out if they're not even in it to begin with? Like, was there, like, a list of people? Did they have, like, an actual list of people, wrestlers who were going to be in the Rumble, and he was on the list?
You just made the list.
Sophie says, there is a chance SmackDown will move nights again once they move back to USA Network, and Raw might move nights as well. But it's like, exactly, D, it will never make sense with these critters called creative. And Sophie says, Kevin Patrick started as a backstage interviewer.
I remember.
Piccolo says, Ronaldo better not come back. Why, Piccolo? Do you not like him? Does he bother you?
I just like it because he was a boxing guy and he says fun phrases.
Sylvia says, bring back Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's got a lot better shit to do than be a goddamn commentator on fucking WWE. Let's put it that way. He can do a lot. He's doing a lot better. Robbie's like 16-bit Mega Drive. Yeah. Chris says people think Bobby Roode return at Rumble.
Ooh, with this broken neck?
With his neck that's
I hope
completely
so.
broken? Sure, why not?
That'd be cool.
Sophie says Vince McMahon just resigned. It happened now. Brock's Mania plans have stopped. I didn't even know Brock was even in Mania plans.
Yeah, I didn't see any plans.
Where are you guys getting this fucking shit of Brock being anywhere near any of this? Any of the wrestling stuff. Being at anything. They haven't had him show his face for anything.
Rumble.
That has to do with the Rumble, with fucking Mania. I mean, I mean, is it Travis's source that you're getting it from?
Trust me, bro.
That guy?
You called trust me, bro?
Is that who you're fucking getting your stupid shit from right now with this Brock crap? I haven't heard or seen one fucking thing on my TV where it actually counts of what's actually happening in the real world of WWE, not social media garbage fuck from who knows people, of Brock being anywhere near Rumble or WrestleMania. I haven't seen him. Wouldn't you think if he was going to be in the fucking Rumble, oh, you think he's going to be a surprise guest? Bullshit. Why? Why? What story does he fit? What fucking story does he fit right now? What story? Tell me. Can you tell me what story he fits?
Well, they could bring him in to lose to Gunther.
Why? Why would they even need to do that?
But it makes no sense because Gunther's going to be wrestling Seth.
So again, assholes, tell me. Please. Tell me. Tell me the story. Tell me. I so want to know. Because you know how they have all these people that are in the Rumble that have no storylines whatsoever and never go on to Mania of any kind? Multiples. Every year. Every fucking year. So what difference does it make if he is or isn't there? Just out of curiosity. Give me the answer. I want to know.
Ride or die.
It's a curiosity on my part. Why it would fucking matter if he was at the Rumble or Mania anyway?
Brock or
yes,
oh.
Like it doesn't make
he's
any
a
sense.
Stud.
Okay, but it doesn't mean he's in it all the time.
And he's getting older, so he's only got a few left. If he's going to do it, he better get his hat in the game, but he doesn't need the money.
I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you can guess all you want and pretend that that's what's going to happen because it brings views to things, but that doesn't always mean that that's what's going to happen. That's what just kills me. It's just so freaking weird to me. Just weird. Completely weird.
All right, look, Bianca's showing off her number. Nice lips.
It's just this royal, really strange to me.
Get it, Bailey. Oh, she was coming out early.
Barfo. So weird. Chris supposedly says, yeah, that's on Sports Illustrated. They said it was supposed to be a surprise, but obviously in wake of this, they took him out. Sure. Beagle says that's a sentiment of Ronaldo. He's already has a gig, right? He doesn't anymore, people.
Well,
actually,
I know
they basically
Showtime shut down.
That.
It's done, but he could have moved to
DAZN?
Prime, whatever Prime, Amazon.
Oh.
With PBC. So if he's still employed by PBC, then yeah, he still has a job.
Yeah.
But I don't know if PBC hires the announcers or if Showtime hired the announcers.
Yeah, I don't know that either. I don't know who really is the boss of the guys who come and do the announcing. Sophie says, or call up that Vic Joseph from the NXT broadcast team. Pico says we have our sources. And Ayla's in the chat says, hey, hey. Pico's like Sophie's sources. Ravi says all the commentary is bad on WWE. Terrible. Pico says, but it doesn't matter, right? Chris says it's on Sports Illustrated Pro Wrestling Insider. All the wrestling dirt sheets. I know some credible, some not. Sophie says they announced WWE 2K24, but no release date. Ayla says Sophie equals Twitter fact. You know what they should do is they should not release WWE 2K24 and take out all these people that are so bad and remove them from the game completely.
What people are bad?
Well, Brock, I mean, he's terrible, so they should remove him. They shouldn't have Vince anywhere near it. There's probably a lot more people they're going to have to remove. They probably better not release the game. I mean, after all, that might promote something.
Oh, look, they're covering up Scarlet. Maybe it's because of all the accusations. They're going to go PG on us.
You said Zelina wasn't.
She was just dressed really nice.
Oh. Maybe she wanted to wear a t-shirt like that. It was like Sophie equals Twitter facts. Robbie says, I only know from what you guys tell me. I don't look up WWE news. I don't know anything, so according to everybody, I don't know shit, so. And what you guys tell me, I'm just supposed to just blindly believe. So, and I don't, and then you guys get mad at me for it, because I don't blindly just follow along like a dumb sheep. People's like, why does it matter? Why are we the assholes? Ayla says, I want to know too. Tell us, you SOB. And people's like, listen to other info. Chris says Brock was going to enter the Rumble to face Gunther at Mania D. This has been news for a while. I guess these sports sites are keeping kayfabe. Oh, so it's been a rumor?
It's been rumored for a while.
A rumor? Do you know what a rumor is? That means it's not completely truth.
It does not.
Rumors aren't always true.
A rumor on Twitter is truth.
I understand that you're with the social media gab people who just are like, oh my God, everything that's on the internet is the truth.
Really?
Maybe you guys should figure out how to think for yourselves.
No. You go by what the internet says.
Sophie says, with The Rock on the board of directors, wonder how that changes stuff for future pay-per-views. Piccolo says, I don't give a shit. Who's the surprise anyhow? Gunther is winning it all. Robbie says, it matters to some. D.O. It matters. Oh, I know. You guys have proven that again and again. Proven it. Sophie says, UFC and Raw are going to be on the same weekend in February. They just announced it. How's Raw going to be on the weekend? Isn't it on a Monday?
Maybe she meant the pay-per-view.
I have no idea.
Or is it a UFC event?
It says UFC and Raw are going to be on the same weekend in February. They just announced it.
Isn't Raw always on the same weekend as the UFC? If you count Monday as a weekend?
Maybe. I have no idea what you would consider. I mean, I don't know what you would consider part of the weekend. Do you consider Monday part of the weekend?
Just every day is a weekend.
Okay. Well, for some, they don't have jobs or don't do anything. Chris says Sports Kita, Wrestling Inc., Ringside News all have been reporting on Lesnar being pulled from Rumble. Robbie says, does it really matter, Sophie, if they are? And people says, it's the biggest event next to WrestleMania. There's always leaks. You've seen it last year and the year before. Sophie says, I like that we don't know a lot of the people in both Rumble matches in past years. We would know a lot. We don't know if Ranello wants to do wrestling again. And Robbie says, Bobby looking like a lead singer of an R&B boy band. And Chris says, I'm surprised Scarlett Bliss, other blondes haven't came forward with accusations. And Chris says, oh, what commentary just said Scarlett leading the way, so she's leader? Who knows?
Uh-oh.
She's jumping on Bobby's back and raking his face, I guess. I think he should have a sexual allegation against her. I've seen it with my own eyes happen. She sexually assaulted Bobby Lashley on our national television.
Yeah. So much sexual assault.
What I saw.
What's he going to do?
I don't know.
What day is the Elimination Chamber? Is it the 17th?
The Elimination Chamber? Is that in February or March?
It's in February. I thought it was the 23rd of, well, depending on where you're at. Because it's in Australia.
Right. I don't know.
Scarlett looks good with the brunette hair. Looks older. A little more mature. What kind of atrocities?
Oh, Jesus. They had him talk afterwards. How dumb. Jesus.
They're going to put Jimmy in there? That's silly. But that's how they get rid of Cody, I guess.
Yeah. Because God forbid.
Is he one? No, ye. He's one or two. It's funny because people say, oh, one went the whole distance, but they never talk about two. Because 1 and 2 start at the same time, but they make it sound like one's been in there longer.
And they're so long.
They went from one all the way, man.
I mean, it means a lot when you come down 10 seconds before the next person.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, Austin Theory. We're going to see him wrestle some NXT guy named Mello. Mellow Yellow. From the ATL.
Robbie says, but D, if they remove said people on the game, how will you play as your fave character? So it says, I think WWE 24 is scheduled to be released sometime in March, like early March. And he feels like, indeed, stop the doggone presses. No, I don't know. Sophie says they did tease Brock versus Gunther at last year's Rumble. So?
Lots of teasing.
Tease all kinds of crap and never follow through. What's your point? He goes like, please enlighten me. Robbie says, people will always discuss rumors. And feels like, but Twitter told me to sheep. Robbie says, D, I could care less about what happens. I just watch wrestling for what it is. Sophie says, I just saw something about UFC and Raw, but I forget what it was called. And Phil says, I heard Raws will be on Fridays at 4 a.m. now. Chris says, hello, crossings. 4 a.m. for other countries? I mean.
4 a.m.
Chris says, hello, crossing Scarlet, prettiest face in the world. Barf. And Robbie says, 4 a.m. That's a stupid time, Cola. Well, it's always 4 a.m. for you anyways, Robbie. I don't know why you would care. Blood Ninja in the chat. Hey, Blood says hello. And Sophie says, with Raw moved to Netflix, that means the Brown split will continue. Chris says, oh shit, Jimmy Uso standing next to his niece. And Sophie says, I think the Elimination Chamber is the last Saturday in February. I don't think that's his niece, Chris. Pretty sure, I'm not sure how he's related to The Rock, but they're not brothers in any way.
Who?
The Rock and Jimmy Uso.
I don't know.
I don't know how he's related to them, but I'm pretty fucking sure they're not brothers.
They might not even be related. They
Yeah,
might
for
just
all
be
I know.
from the Samoan groups that they were in.
Yeah, that. Sophie says, I think the Elimination Chamber is the last Saturday in February. Oh, Blood says, I'm excited for Rumble. And Chris says, kidding. Speaking of other accusations, the jury has determined that Rump have to pay $8 million in defamation trial at $83 million in damages. My bad. Sophie says, now there is no way Vince will crawl back into the WWE again like last time.
So, anyways, the thing you're talking about, it's just President's Day weekend, and so Raw's on the weekend because it's President's Day. The 19th.
Oh my God, who would even put that out there?
Anyways, they're doing it together and they're both going to be in Anaheim. So Raw and UFC are together in Anaheim that weekend.
Huh.
That's it.
So he says, no, there's no way. Chris says, not only that, $65 million, $11 million on top of that. And Sophie says, Jimmy is The Rock's cousin. And people's like, okay, I'll quit. This giving me an ulcer I generally can avoid. Chris says, oh, okay, then Jimmy and Ava not related. Okay, super fuck that, man. And Sophie says, Rikishi is The Rock's cousin and the Usos are his sons. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they're related, but it's a little bit more distant. I know The Rock's a little bit more distantly related to a lot of them because his mom's grandpa is Peter Movia. And I don't think they're related other than just like they're from the same place as the other Samoans, but they all grew up together and they were all in the business together. So all the kids grew up together and they all babysat each other and all that. But I could be wrong. I mean, they could be first cousins and whatever.
Well, they can't be. Well, I guess they could be first cousins. First cousins twice removed. So if you're saying Rikishi is The Rock's cousin, the Usos are his sons. Yeah, so, I mean, Rikishi's sons are the Usos. And if Rock's cousin to Rikishi, then the Usos would be The Rock's first cousins twice removed.
Yeah.
So, you know. People's like, reunited and it feels so good. So he says, so Jimmy, I think, is The Rock's nephew. He can't be unless The Rock is brothers with their dad. There's no nephews. Nobody can be a nephew. No nephews. Unless somehow The Rock is brothers with Rikishi. Feels like Rikishi is their father's uncle's cousin's high school prom date's roommate. You know what? Cool. I think that sounds probably more legit than anything else I've heard all night.
Nia Jax is his grandniece. Peter Movia's grandniece.
Mm-hmm. Sophie says the people behind the Iron Claw is going to make a movie about the Hart family with Natty as a producer. And Chris says then Ava will be a cousin twice removed. Probably. It's all true anymore.
This is funny. Logan hucks a bottle at him.
Like a real one?
Yeah.
One of his primes?
Uh-huh.
Was it a real fight or is it a fake fight?
It doesn't look like it because Kevin came in low.
And is it a fight or a dance fight?
You wouldn't try to wrestle a collegiate wrestler. You know what I mean? If you're Kevin Owens.
Whatever. They probably hate each other. It was a real fight. I'm pretty sure that's what the internet said.
Logan's bigger, faster, younger, and stronger.
Exactly. Q Cole is correct. KSI needs to enter the Rumble. Oh, perfect. They should put him in place of the guy who supposedly was rumored to be in it, but now isn't rumored to be in it anymore. Just replace him with KSI. It's perfect. Put him in some weird prime outfit and send him out there to get thrown around.
Ooh, like dressed up as a bottle?
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Perfect. I think it's absolutely perfect. That's what they should all do.
Here comes Mellow Yellow.
Don't follow over your words there, Michael Cole. Is it because your face is so implanted up somebody's butt that you can't talk correctly?
Who is it?
He's like, I can't get this necklace undone fast enough. I'm just going to break it.
So you do it.
If it's something that is going to have to be taken off like that, why wear it down there in the first place? If you're incompetent enough not to be able to take it off yourself.
It's just not that. It's uncoordination.
That's what I said. You're incompetent to take it off.
Right.
Why wear it down there in the first place if you're so incompetent you can't take it off yourself?
The Lions are playing the 49ers this weekend.
I know.
Who's going to win it?
Well, according to the internet, it's the 49ers. And it's going to be the Ravens. We already know who's in the Super Bowl. The internet told us.
Well,
and according to Ravi, the internet never lies.
Right,
And Travis says it too. So you guys are all perfect.
We'll get that. The logo is also purple and red.
Yes, that makes so much sense because if
the
you
last
mix
3 years,
blue and red together, that doesn't make purple at all.
The last 3 years, the Super Bowl logo has matched the teams playing in it.
Yes. It's already. We already know. There's no sense in even watching the game.
Let's do it this way though. Let's let the NFL regroup, bring in the officials, and say, look, 49ers Baltimore sounds like fun, but let's think this out. We could have Eminem and Taylor Swift at the game at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Because of the Detroit
and the Chiefs
and the Kansas City thing.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I mean, that's why they should do it. That's the only reason why, because those celebrities are what make an NFL team.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they aren't really athletes out there. I mean, they don't really go to work and do a job as an athlete. They're just those stupid fucking people. They're just those celebrity people, right? I mean, they're nobody else. The Chiefs aren't really the Chiefs anymore. They're Taylor Swift. There's no such thing as the Chiefs. What's going to happen when she's not there anymore? What are they going to do with themselves? They're going to have to change their fucking names because they're not cultural appropriating anything. They're calling themselves the Chiefs. How offensive is that? Lots of offensive. All the offensive. It's happening. They're going to be Taylor Swift NFL team. That's what they're going to be called, the Swifties.
It's a good name.
Now you all know. The internet said it. I'm pretty sure that's the truth. There's a lot of people that if it is the 49ers and the Ravens are not watching the Super Bowl, supposedly. Liars. I'm going to call you liars.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, anybody that said that.
You'll fucking watch it still. No matter what. Even if you don't have a pony in the game, you're still going to watch it.
Okay, so, yeah, the Rock side of the family is different than those others.
Than the, Roman and...
Yeah, just the whole group. So
I thought they were when I looked it up before.
It's kind of a long difference, but okay. I don't know exactly what this line means. See how it's kind of jotted, but so there's all those guys. Like if you go through, you're gonna find.
Did she marry somebody else? Maybe
Jacob Fatu.
So
Trinity.
Go back up.
Can I just show you?
No, I know, but you're asking what this line is. Is there a possibility that she married somebody else and had different people?
Right. So
or
Anna Anani.
So who is this? This is the Peter.
This is Peter Movia. This is the Rock's grandpa, which you can see.
He married Ophelia.
Right here, he married her, and then there's the Rock, and then I can't remember what Nia Jax's name is. Ava. So Ava is here. Solo's there. But they're not. See, that comes from this side.
Yeah.
With Jey Uso and his wife. There. Anyways. Good stuff.
Anyways,
this is Boston Channel. That's why it works.
Sophie says the Rumble matches are unpredictable because it is hard to pick a winner between both Rumbles. Whatever, Sophie, it's all fucking rigged. They already know who the winner's going to be. I don't know why you sit there and say they don't. They already know who the fucking winner. Unless somebody breaks something in the middle of the whole thing, you know who the winner. They already know who the winner is going to be. They've already got it written down for you. Sophie says John Cena said he will retire in 3 years and he wants his last match to be at London. Ayla says Ravi is right. The internet is the net inside network of truth. Ravi says LOD really is pissed off tonight. Piccolo says we don't need to watch it. We know the Redskins are winning it all. Exactly.
We wish. But...
See? They're going to win everything. I don't know how, but somehow
I was hoping
they're going to come back
there.
from wherever they are right now, and they're going to win the whole thing. Even though they're not in the playoffs. But somehow they're going to do it. I know. They're going to come back, and they're going to pretend to be the Chiefs. They're going to pretend to be them.
And then rip off their...
But they're like, whoa, we're the Redskins. And they'll be like, oh no, what happened to the Chiefs? They'll be like, we hid them away in a closet somewhere, and you'll never find them. I mean, it makes sense. Why not?
I think it's a great...
Sophie says John Cena and Zac Efron are in an Amazon Prime movie that comes out in March.
Oh, March.
Trailer came out today. Well, we'll be... Maybe. Hopefully sent us the trailer because I want to see it because it might be interesting. Robbie says, wow, Ayla agreeing with me. And Ayla says, Julita is my spirit animal. If she was an animal, I wanted to brawl at work today with the same energy. Well, I don't get to, so I have to be all happy, joyful all the time. So he goes like, sports ball. Nobody goes to the SB to watch that.
Austin Theory pulls off the dub
Go
with a
Austin.
fruit roll-up.
Congratulations. That's what we like to see.
Kick
Beat
his
him up.
ass.
Beat him up. Who's going to save him? Come on.
Trick.
What dumbass is going to come out and save him?
Trick.
Come on, dude. Come and save him. Who is it?
It's Trick. I just told you that.
Oh, look at him. He's coming down. He's like, I got my boys back. He's like, I'm so cool. He's like, I'll take care of you, little man. I know you can't take care of yourself. There you go.
Like, at least 50 people there know who he is, which is crazy.
He's like, no. I was saving you because why?
Because they're on it. They're a tag team.
Oh.
He'll be popular with that song. Whoop that trick. Buck that trick.
Whoop.
Whatever.
It's whoop. Whoop that trick. Chance at Rumble, Chris says. There. It's all there in your face
There.
hole.
Like that matters. The LWO's shit.
Who gives a poo crap hole?
They need to stop taking him back and forth. Either bring him up, leave him, or let him go down and leave him. But the back and forth is going to get old quick. That's like doing it with Raw and SmackDown. There's a reason they're different brands.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing NXT people up on here doing stuff that they don't even need to do. It makes no sense. It makes no sense why he's even on the main roster doing anything.
Who's that?
That dumbass that was out there that lost.
Mellow Yellow?
Yeah, that weirdo. Carmelo loser face.
They call me Mellow Yellow.
I'm sure they'll make him a winner, though, because, I mean, oh my gosh. He's tiny. Like
Wait till
children.
Hermie gets up there. They got so many little guys that eventually they'll get rid of the big ones and it'll just be a bunch of the little guys. And then guys that are like 6'2" will look massive. I mean, absolutely massive.
Right.
It's a way to do it. Because it's hard to find those guys that are 6'6" and athletic. Just make your whole roster little and then bring in 6-foot guys that look like fucking King Kong.
Yeah. You know, and like I said, they should make the ring smaller and lower the ropes more so that the little guys look big. And then when the big guys come in, the 6-foot guys, like you said, seem like Andre the Giant.
Not a wrestler. I think he is a performer. I am the system I have, let go me. LA Knight, Solo Sequoia.
So
Is this the main
strange.
event? Liz? Guess what? You don't have to start your car.
I don't. I
Found
don't
it.
have to do
Found the potato.
anything. I don't have to do anything at all.
Found it. You found on the potato. You stop pounding it. LA Knight.
Chris says, Ravi says, do you tell them? Chris says, LOL, Taylor Swift will come to WWE. More accusations. Maybe. So he says, I only watched the Super Bowl for the halftime show. I feel bad for you.
This year.
I'm not even watching the fucking halftime show. Hell no.
Would you stop?
I'm not watching.
We're not turning the channel. It's just going to be
Well,
on.
I will not be watching.
You can
I will leave.
go make dessert.
I will leave.
Make dessert.
Who am I making dessert for?
I don't know.
Nobody?
It's the 11th. What's your plans for the 11th?
I don't know.
Well, there you go.
Not making dessert for anybody. Not you. You don't eat dessert.
Just have some yogurt.
Ew.
Quick. Lights out. Ow, right in the cancer. Was that Jackie Gleason that used to say that?
Probably. Robbie's like the Swifties laughing. Chris says we already had Niners and Ravens when power went out. Ella says, Sophie, did you make Talitha this way? Quentin says WWE on Netflix. Did you guys hear about that? We sure did, Quentin.
Yeah, should be a good one.
Earlier this week, we heard that that's what they're doing.
I think it came out Wednesday. Is that I texted you Wednesday morning?
I don't remember. But no, I think it was Tuesday. Because we didn't have a show that night, and we had to wait until another day to say anything. Because we talked.
Oh,
about
that's
it
right, because I
Wednesday.
posted it.
Yeah. Robbie says, so why are you watching the Super Bowl 4D? I personally don't have a pony in the race for any of the teams that are there.
I just want Detroit to win.
Preference wise, I don't want the Chiefs in there. And I would like to see the Lions win. It'd just be fun.
I think that Lions would have an easier chance with the Chiefs than they would with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, of course.
But the Ravens, they don't have a very good quarterback.
Right.
And so I would rather see them play that team for that reason because they can outscore them
Yeah.
with the lack of quarterback.
Yeah. True.
I mean, he can run, but he can't throw.
Yeah, that's hard.
And so if they get up, his running isn't going to do anything. But they have to jump on top of them. Get up by 14 or something.
Pickle says, I'm pretty sure I have merch shipping Tuesday. Nice. I bet you do. But you already know who the winner is, right? you got it all planned. Says, didn't you Sky say that she wants to pin Taylor Swift?
A lot of people would like to pin Taylor. Right now, Kelsey does. Probably shares it with a few people, but...
Yeah, of course. Pickle
Well,
says,
Vince
Ayla,
said it.
what you been to? Sophie says the Rocks family is like the Hart family. See, the Rocks family is confusing. And Pickle says the youngest one had curls. Brady, but Sophie says that they could change who the winners of both Rumble matches. They have done it many times before. It's like literally nothing. Fat Lisa just made some salmon. And Chris says, so that's how I was when Maestro's got eliminated. I was like, well, come back in game 8. Chris
What
says,
if...
Whoop, that trick is here.
What if Cody and Punk are the last two in there, and they eliminate each other, and they both hit the ground at the same time?
They're
And
like, let's go to the instant replay.
But then they show
This
you...
was a red flag.
Trust me, they'll show you some shitty angles, because one guy probably will touch before the other guy. But anyways, then... After that, we get, instead of a restart, like when Vince tore his hammies or quad or whatever, we get a match to decide who goes in Elimination Chamber. Not in the chamber, but at Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. That'd be okay. But it would make the Rumble not worth watching. But it could be good.
Yeah.
The only problem with Triple H is he's not good with talent. The rest of it is fine. Like, the shows are going to move faster. They're going to be fun to watch. The matches are longer. It's like NXT. The only problem is the talent.
Maybe if they get enough of them in there that don't know what they're doing and they botch enough and get enough people that have horrible injuries, maybe then they'll think about it.
There's nobody to think about. Without Vince being there, they have no one else that knows anything about this business.
Yeah, basically. But, all the people out there are so happy he's not going to be involved anymore. Yet, what they grew up watching and fell in love with was Vince.
Right.
It just blows my brain. It blows my mind.
I just don't want to hear anybody complain about AEW when WWE
it's the same
is
thing.
AEW now.
It's the same shit anymore. Like, the same.
Except for Triple H inherited Vince's guys, but they'll slowly trickle out.
Yeah.
And then he'll bring up his NXT guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see, like, Adam Cole come back and things like that. Eventually, he'll come back.
Right. I'm sure you'll see the garbage come back. I mean, we already have. So
he'll bring his wife back with him. Or not back, but bring his wife with him. Or girlfriend, whatever she is.
Yeah.
Unless she gets pregnant. They might want to start a family. I mean, she likes being a dentist.
Yeah.
And you can do that with babies. Wrestling, not so much.
True.
There's not a lot of time left for this, is there?
Chris said earlier with that one with Trick says whipped out Trick is here, and Robbie says beast mode is fire. Piccolo says we would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. Sophie says imagine the reason why people watch football this season because of Taylor Swift. Sophie,
it's true.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bandwagoners right now that it's exactly the truth.
It's true. I mean, Taylor Swift's the only person on the Chiefs roster I can name.
It is. The only one at all.
They used to have a guy named Hill. I can't remember his first name.
Kelsey. And they used to have a guy named Mahomes.
Well, no, they're still on the team.
Oh, no, they're not. They're not.
But
they're called Swifties.
Hill went to the Dolphins.
They're all Taylor Swift.
Look at that.
They don't have their own identities. Piccolo's like, whoop that Trick. And Sophie says, so they called up both Carmelo and Trick? No. Not really. Chris says, whoop that Trick chance at Rumble. Sophie said, I thought Trick and Carmelo are still NXT superstars.
They are.
Technically,
They're
are.
wrestling on Tuesday.
Robbie says, is Carmelo Hayes moving through the ranks quickly? Oh.
No.
Sophie says they have done that back and forth with NXT before. Remember when Braun was on Raw for a night?
No, but I'm sure he was. I can't remember it. But
Chris says this looks like Top Dollar. Wasn't he like the champion at that time?
Maybe.
Robbie says, should NXT be involved in the Rumble? No.
A couple guys, yes. You got to get a few of them in there, like your top guys.
Robbie says, is it me or is Kayla getting smaller?
She does look like she's getting smaller because she's losing weight. So she's shrinking inward now, not just down.
Sophie says, whatever opens the show tomorrow will set the pace for the rest of the night, and I can't wait to see it live. Sophie says, this musical act is like what they did with Bad Bunny. Sophie says, I like Usher. He has some good songs.
He does.
And Ayla says, I eat dessert. So?
You coming over for the Super Bowl?
Here for the Super Bowl? Whatever. Sophie's like, tomorrow is when the Super Bowl's set, right? This weekend.
Sunday.
Is when you'll know what teams are going to go to the Super Bowl.
Yes, it'll be set on Sunday night. We will know everything.
Ravi says, go on, Ayla, with the dessert. Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally says, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's Rumble. Did you do a prediction show, D. Travis?
No. I have no idea who's in it, so it's really hard. I mean, they've only named 4 women, but I would assume all the women on the main roster will be in it, and then some others from NXT.
It says, I've got Cody and Becky Lynch, but could be Jade Cargill, Naomi, Nia Jax. Rally says, I think it probably will be Punk Cody last 2. Travis, good shout. Sophie says, there is a rumor of us seeing CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at Mania. And Chris says, it said that Punk and Cody will be both be eliminated by Drew Gunther takes out Drew, and Gunther wins Rumble. And Sophie says the men's Rumble, you could pick anybody to win, and people probably wouldn't be mad about it. And Picola says, I thought Pritchard was still there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Somebody just said his name the other day.
Don't worry. Some allegations will come out, and he won't be there either.
Brother Love? Can't get rid of Brother Love.
You can get rid of anybody with allegations. Just pretend it happened. Throw the allegations out there, and they'll be gone. They gotta cover it up, you know. Put some plaster over it.
Check your source.
Sophie says, I'm on the fence with this Vince news. With this Vince news, it will be interesting how this affects stuff for the WWE. I don't fucking care at this point.
I don't care about their personal lives. I honestly don't care if they make $20 million a year or $2 billion a year. I don't care. I just watch wrestling. I honestly don't care.
And stop making wrestling stupid. That's all I have to say. Have some follow through. Don't make dumb storylines. And if you're going to make dumb storylines, fine. But don't make every single storyline you have dumb. Don't put the champion on people that can't even do a promo, let alone can't be a face of the company. And you make the fucking championship completely irrelevant for what it is. No matter if it's tag team, mid-card, or the full-on champion. Whether it's men, women, I don't care what side of the freaking one we're talking about. Stop making it garbage. With the people you decide to put it on.
Yeah, don't lower the bar to make everybody else look better.
Oh, do you
It's
need
like
a
the grading curve.
participation trophy?
You remember how the grading curve would work?
Yes.
We had some teachers that would actually grade on a curve.
I hated that. Well, I mean, I didn't hate it so much because I always was on the top of the curve. But it didn't make it better for other people. And I felt like it isn't fair to people who do good grades either, by the way. Just saying. Because you could be an A student, but with a curve, you could become a B student really fast.
What our teacher would do is take the A out, and the highest grade out and the lowest grade out. And then she would go by the highest grade would be the top, and then you would go down by percentage.
What did I just say?
Well, there's no way that if you're an A student, you're going to be an A student or A plus student the whole time. It can't go down. It's to make everybody better, not anybody worse.
That's called being a participation trophy.
I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my day, there was no kid left behind. So they would just push it through.
They still do that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nowadays, they don't care if you go to school.
That's what I mean. They really don't care.
In Oregon,
now.
I think it was Oregon or Washington, one of those two states, literally
made it so you don't even have to know how to read or write or
nothing.
do math.
There is
or anything.
no
You don't even have to go
test.
to school. You just have to be part of the school district, not even go to school, and you literally can just graduate.
Mm-hmm.
They should just give high school graduations to kindergartners at this point. Once you turn 5 and that you could be in the school system, just give them a high school diploma.
Well, they got to be in the
Nope,
prison.
nope.
They got to be in the prison for 12 years.
Nope, they can't. Nope, you might as well not even do that. I mean, it's just a waste of time, effort, and money.
Get him!
Yeah!
Get that young boy.
Come on, LA Knight. Don't lose.
Big clothesline.
Right.
Good to see a Russian leg sweep. Haven't seen one of those in a minute.
I was like, I still eat dessert. You said no one eats it. I do. I'm offended. Good. I hope you're offended. But you're not going to eat it Super Bowl day. I'm not going to go into the kitchen during the halftime and make dessert that you're going to eat. People says, yeah, go follow Taylor's IG or X to know who wins. Exactly, people. Because that's the only way you're going to find out.
Ha ha ha! DDT!
Sophie says, I could see us getting a few female legends tomorrow. Chris says, LOL, brother love saying I love you to the victim. LOL, super fucked up, man. Well, you know what? If he said I love you to anybody and he didn't mean it, they're a victim.
Yeah, I mean,
literally.
A lot of victims.
He said he loved me.
'Cause I love you.
Sophie says there is like a 60-page thing about the Vince stuff. Oh, yeah, I bet. Hassan is in the chat. Hey, Hassan says, hi there, guys. Happy New Year and happy Go Home Show special Royal Rumble.
Woo!
Yeah, they're
Tomorrow
doing
night.
some numbers tonight. They didn't do that on Raw, losers. So Nick Aldis decided to do some old school stuff on SmackDown.
With the wheel.
Yeah, but they didn't do it on Raw.
Mm-mm.
Losers. Hassan says, is this the last one? Yes.
It's over. LA won.
Because AJ attacked him. Oh, God. Not the beating up. He's like, well, I have to beat him up because he's in the whatchamacallit with me.
Yeah, the Fatal 4-Way.
Fatal 4-Way. So I've got to make sure.
Well, that's why
broken.
Jay talked to him. Jay said, why don't you do something? Then we don't have to worry about him tomorrow.
Yeah, he did.
And
So
he
he
listened
says,
to what Jay had to say.
for the first time, the McMahons aren't part of the WWE. Chris says, yes, the 60 pages are graphic. He named dildos after wrestlers, showered her with gifts, and locked her in the room and defecated on her, but she was willing to sleep with Brock and Laurinaitis. Yeah, that sounds like a load of crap to me. Sophie says, once Taylor Swift marries that Kelsey guy, you will be seeing her a lot more at the football games. I don't think it's going to go that far, Sophie, but you keep dreaming.
Why would she marry him?
Sophie says, wonder when we get the WWE Draft this year. It looks like the NXT might be involved with that.
I would assume it'll be in October.
Sophie says, Nick Khan did hint that Raw still could be 3 hours once they move to Netflix.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. It might not have an actual time that it could end.
Why is he taking orders from these people? Oh, thank you. It's like, he's gonna think for himself. I don't know,
it's just
but
a bad move.
I think he should be able to think for himself,
That's
though.
why he loses tomorrow. He's gonna get spiked.
Yeah.
And then Roman's gonna pin him.
Or something. You think AJ's gonna get the loss?
Yeah. After that, turning on the bloodline.
Randy is wearing a shirt that makes it look like he didn't have pants on when he was coming down.
Nice.
He's like, I can't see my man panties.
Here's voices in his head. They call it.
Yeah.
RKO out of nowhere.
Sophie says goodnight. See you on Monday. Have a good watch along tomorrow night.
Thank you. Stop in.
Stop in and say hi. I know you like to watch a whole bunch of different ones. Okay.
Oh, solo.
Not really like that. Close, right? You tired, boy?
Randy taking his shirt off. It's getting real.
Oh, that's right. Sophie's going to be at the Rumble. That's right. Well, have fun, Sophie, at the Rumble. Take a sign.
Take a sign. We both said it.
Take a sign. Throw it up in the air. Chris says Randy had accusations in the past as well. One time it said he put his hand in his trunk, then told a young employee to shake his hand. Oh, he should be canceled.
That's what they used to do, man. That's just man shit. Literally used to be that world.
They should cancel him. He shouldn't be allowed to even be in the Royal Rumble.
You hear Chris Collinsworth?
No.
He doesn't like smart girls. He's like, and the girls that like me are between like 14 and 18. And he's like, what's there after 18? They wisen up.
Oh, God.
He said this in like 1981.
That's hilarious.
But it's like, now it's circulating, you know?
How dare he say something like that? I'm pretty sure that a lot of these guys get those weird fangirls that are like young. Hello? That's why I said 87% of these guys that you watched back in the day, same shit that Vince did.
Well, I mean, read about what HBK and Triple H did in the hotel in Japan. Like, that's a real story. Like,
they're so innocent. They would never.
They had a hit put out on them by the mafia in Japan.
They would never.
You guys can look it up. That's pretty an interesting story. They need to do that on the dark side of the ring.
They would never do that. They're so innocent. No allegations or anything could ever happen to them.
Well,
they're amazing. They said they were sorry.
And that's all that really matters. The sorry. Because if you can get a true sorry from somebody,
then it really means something. Anyways, Chris says Gunther wins Rumble, and Chris says LA Knight gets last laugh.
LA!
Because he gave him the something out of nowhere. Good for LA Knight giving him the something out of nowhere.
Bad for a young boy.
Why is he so young? He's like old. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back for the Royal Rumble tomorrow.
We will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.
Happier with bells on.
Yeah. Bye-bye.